October 28th, 2025, that's the date Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be coming out, at least according to this major media outlet. That is completely dividing the Grand Theft Auto community. Right now, we'll be talking about what they said and more all in this video today. And when I mean dividing the community, you should see social media forums, Reddit. Right now, everyone seems to be talking about this, and so I know this is going to be a very discussion-heavy video, so I would of course love to hear from you guys and those comments down below. Anyways, the article is this coming from Zoxin on the website Kotaku. It was published at 5 p.m. on Friday, which is why I'm just getting to it right now. But it actually worked out because it allowed for a lot of people to get eyeballs on it, to react to it, etc. It says we basically know when GTA 6 is coming out now. Of course, that's assuming Rockstar's next big game doesn't get delayed. And so I just want to go through the article and read you what it says. It says, okay, so it's seeming everyone wanted to know when GTA 6 will specifically launch. I'm here to provide a data. Drum roll, please. Grand Theft Auto 6 will launch on October 28th, probably, or like right around there, pretty close to. That point, I mean, I'm fairly certain that if the game doesn't get delayed into 2026, which Take-Two Interactive CEO Still Salt doesn't think will happen, GTA 6 is arriving sometime in late October, and October 28th is the last Tuesday of the month, a month in which Rockstar has historically released a lot of its biggest games. But this isn't just a random guess based on fall 2025 release window and Rockstar's past game releases, and the reason why Kotaku believes this is because of one of Take-Two Interactive's other titles, which actually now has a confirmed release date, Borderlands 4, which is going to be arriving on September 23rd, 2025. And as we've heard from leadership at T Interactive, like from CEO Still Sonic, he has specifically said that he doesn't want these games to release roughly at the same time. Now the article goes on to say this, as reported by Stephen Totilo GameFile on February 13th, again a couple of days ago. There was a lot of excitement and chatter at DICE during the week due to the announcement of Borderlands 4's release date, and Tortilla reports that a well-plugged-in attendee that he spoke to at the industry event explains that everyone's waiting for Take-Two and Rockstar to pick a release date for GTA 6 and Borderlands 4 as a signal from take the 2nd of September 23rd, and the weeks immediately before and after are probably safe. Essentially what he's saying here is Grand Theft Auto 6 is not going to release to the 3 weeks before Borderlands 4. Nor is it going to release to the 3 weeks after Borderlands. For now, I don't know what Take-Two Interactive considers an appropriate amount of time to finish a game, but I can only assume it'll probably be about a month, or maybe a little bit after that, around 6 weeks, in order to finish something before it's safe to put another game out like Grand Theft Auto 6, and I believe that's what the entire industry is thinking as well, so it would not be surprising over the next couple of weeks and months if you see a lot of games being confirmed in early September or early October, because they know it's a safe window, and GTA 6 won't be out now. I want to read you guys the rest of the article. It goes on to say this. Pull out a calendar, and that likely means GTA 6 isn't landing in September. Fall starts on September 22nd, and the next day Borderlands 4 launches, so September is out. That leaves October. And -1, however, historically Call of Duty has arrived in November. And while GTA 6 is likely to outsell this year's Call of Duty, I doubt Take-Two and Rockstar want that big of a game launch change so close to GTA 6. So with that in mind, and based on Zelnick sounding very confident to a fall release date that points to a late October launch, while Call of Duty, now owned by Xbox, probably moves to the middle of November. Remember, Xbox wants Grand Theft Auto 6 to be a hit, as it's a game that will likely sell a ton of Xbox Series X consoles. The tiny Xbox is the cheapest way to play the upcoming GTA 6 sequel. So there you go, GTA 6 is out on October 28th, or maybe Take-Two does an early access period for the game, and the official release date is the 28th, but it really arrives 3 days early on the 25th either way. I'm thinking this Halloween season a lot of people are going to be too busy causing mayhem in Vice City to go to any spooky parties. So there you go, that's the article that's taking over the internet right now, and that everyone seems to be talking about, and is seemingly dividing the community. And there's a lot of good points made, but the overall point that I want to get across here is this is just a prediction. It's just speculation. Even though this article does reference reporters talking about well-plugged-in attendees and talking about what people might be thinking behind the scenes in the industry, it's just a prediction. Now it's a pretty good prediction, and it's one that makes a lot of sense, but at the End of the day, it's not official, and they don't have insider information here, and so now giving you my thoughts and opinions on this. When I first saw date October 28th, I looked on the calendar and said that's a Tuesday, and I said, okay, usually that's what I thought games were released on a Tuesday, but actually more so. Recently, they've been released on a Friday. In fact, Rockstar's last big game, they put out Red Dead Redemption, that was released on Friday, October 26, 2018, so they've kind of switched from Tuesday releases to traditional Friday releases. I think with big standalone single-player games, the trend lately has been to release games on a Friday, whereas if you have like an online or multiplayer game one that might require like a lot of updates immediately, those are the games you see end up being released on a Tuesday, so that they have time throughout the week to ultimately patch or, introduce bug fixes or whatnot. But in a case like Grand Theft Auto 6, where it's likely probably going to launch with single-player only online, coming at a different time, which again is something we'll talk about a little bit later on throughout the week, it seems like Friday would be a better fit here. And unfortunately for the October 28th theory, if you flash forward a couple of days, that's October 31st, which is Halloween. I don't necessarily think Rockstar cares about Halloween, and I obviously think GTA 6 is bigger than just 1 year's holiday, but I still don't think they want it to arrive on the same day. I think they want that launch day to be as big as possible, and I also don't know if Rockstar is going to do something they've never done before, which is an early access period where people get the game a couple days earlier. They subscribe to a certain service. It might be GTA Plus, for example, or it might be a certain edition of the game that you could pre-order like a premium or a collector's edition that would give you early access. Or if Rockstar happens to work with one of the console makers like Xbox, maybe there's a certain system that gets the game a couple of days early. But overall, the theory is very, very sound. We know that essentially the entirety of September and early October is out. And I do think Rockstar and Take-Two Interactive do want to be wary of other big titles like Call of Duty, for example. Yes, GTA 6 will be bigger than whatever Activision puts out next for Call of Duty, but it's still a big game that they know is going to take some people away from playing Grand Theft Auto 6. They likely want it to stand on its own for as long as possible, even if that's just a week or a couple of weeks. They want it to stand on its own, where that's the only thing that people are playing. And so that late October time period does sort of signal to be a good point in which Rockstar could release it. It's exactly what they did with Red Dead Redemption, to coming out late October, and I could see the same thing happening this year in October for Grand Theft Auto 6. Will it be the 28th? Will it be the 31st? Will it be another period of time during the month? Let me know what you think in those comments down below, though. I'd love to hear from you guys down there, and I will leave a link to the article in the description if you guys are interested and you'd like to check it out for yourself. We essentially covered all of it. But if you'd like to go over it again, you're more than welcome to. I'll leave that in the description. If you guys did go on and enjoy this video, though, a like rating would of course be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new. You want to stay up to date on all the GTA 6 videos that I'll be doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.